Hello, my divinities. Welcome, welcome. So, as we prepare a little space here, yeah, today's going to be a different reading too because I'm still showing my face. Again, I'm not really sure what purpose this is going to serve, but I'm just going to do what I'm told, okay? So, I know y'all like looking at the cards. Please bear with me because I prefer y'all looking at the cards too. But I gotta do what I gotta do, okay? So something happened a little differently. I usually don't remember my dreams. And last night I remember my dream. And it feels like I need to use it as a theme for the collective today. And then I'm still gonna pull an oracle card. So the dream was, I was walking through this building that had like multiple little stores in it, like an office building, but they were little shops. And while I was walking through, I met someone that I was like, whoa. He was handsome. He was very attractive. And I remember thinking, damn. And then we were going to this like big event, this big game. So we went to this big game together, okay? He accompanied me, he escorted me. And then while we were at the big game, a family member of mine, which my mom actually, was sitting next to like the star quarterback, which I was sitting there like, first of all, my mom doesn't like football. So I don't know why she was in the dream. But second of all, she was talking to this quarterback like she knew him. And then she was trying to introduce me to him. And I'm just like, because the star quarterback was also someone who was very handsome and, you know, broad shoulders and shit. So I was just like, how is it that on the same night, I have two of the most handsome men I've ever seen almost vying for my attention? Because once the other guy realized the star quarterback was trying to talk to me, he was like, oh no, bitch, I saw her first. So I was just sitting here like, what is going on? Not that we can't meet handsome men, but usually they don't happen. Oh, because the one that was escorting me was also someone famous on some level. So that's the part that threw me off. Two people that had fame, were well known. It was just too much of a, I don't know, it felt interesting. It felt like this is interesting. Something's going on here. So let's use that as a theme. And then I'm going to pull an oracle card and move forward with that, okay? So what do we need to know about that dream? Oh, wow. We got three. And this deck is okay. So we've got number 40, Blessing of Al-Hakim. We've got number 10, Celestial Rose of Ma. And then we've got number 37, Sacred Soul Sister. That's going to be a lot of reading. But we got to do what we got to do, right? So let's see. Let's start with number 40. I'm going to try and just read the most relevant parts because otherwise we will be here a while. Okay, so number 40, the Blessing of Al-Hakim is soul medicine. It says, a blessing of divine wisdom of Al-Hakim is being ministered to your soul, watched over by Rumi himself. This is soul medicine. It is a spiritual gift of healing, prophecy, insight, and the capacity to surrender any impatient claim for what you cannot have yet. As you receive this gift, this blessing, which happens at a soul level, your attitude to life becomes more curious, open, still, and receptive. You no longer have to drive the unfoldment of your desires into form. You rest in assurance that your daily application and effort is enough, and so is your surrender. Mental anguish is soothed, and you are able to accept the unfathomable nature of divinity and its expression of itself as life. You become comfortable with the reality that the price of being closer to the divine is the giving up of your need to always understand. From this place of increasing stillness, great activity will flow. You shall become capable of being the surrendered vessel to the guiding divine hand and truly get great contributions to the human soul. Evolving can occur through you. So much will simply emerge, erupt, pulsate, and emanate out of you, and yet you will feel within as though you are doing nothing at all, even while so much is happening through you. Such holy paradox shall become your daily experience. You may feel unexpectedly, perhaps, that in some way your vision for your life and purpose, your divine passion, is clearer than ever before. And in other ways completely unknown to you, a discovery yet to be made. That is as it should be. Wisdom bestows upon us the same capacity to work with the opportunities that are right before us, to release situations and circumstances that have passed, and to allow the future to take its shape according to the ineffable timing of life itself. This oracle comes with special guidance for you. If you are uncertain about an issue in your life, be at peace. There is divine healing that can occur most readily in the unknowing. Follow the sacred honoring ritual and know that all is indeed well, beloved soul. Perhaps you are journeying very deep indeed, and your allegiance to your intellectual mind is softening in favor of allegiance to your heart knowing. You may find yourself craving different company with different interests, or finding the world of opinions and debate rather less to your liking, and the worlds of creative expression more nurturing and nourishing to your essence. If this is the case, this oracle comes as confirmation to trust in the changes you feel within in any and all ways, no matter how insignificant or dramatic they may seem. Know that they are seedlings of a new way that shall grow from one step into an entirely new and more sacred orientation in your life. You will not necessarily have any idea how that will happen or what it will look like. This matters not. The acorn becomes the oak because that is its innate destiny. It happens without any active participation apart from a willingness to grow through life. So it is with the precious blooming now happening within your soul. To know less can bring the greatest gift and blessing of all, to be able to love and therefore live more freely. This oracle also comes with a special guidance to bring you peace. Look to the old ways, to the ancient wisdom teachings that run as one vein of life, giving love through all traditions. The old wisdoms teach of cycles, of timing, of letting go to allow for new life to happen, and of the greater intelligence and scheme of life to which we must surrender if we are ever to know even a moment's peace. The fire in your belly is a beautiful aspect of you. Just let it be the breath that swirls around and through the heart that ignites it, not the passing huffing and puffing of the impatient mind. For when the fire in the belly is fanned by the breath of the heart, you shall have peace and dynamic movement, restful stillness and soul-inspired action all at once. You shall become one with the living holy paradox, and the healing power of love, of your love, shall know no bounds. Okay. That's number 40. Let's look at number 10. The Celestial Rose of Ma. Because number 40 is basically talking about not overanalyzing everything. It's basically saying just relax. Stop trying to figure out the answers, the how and the when and the why. Just let it go in that direction and let things unfold as they will. Number 10. Here I said I want to read the whole thing, and I did. So this one, the Celestial Rose of Ma, says, a spiritual gift is on its way to you. The Celestial Rose of the Divine Mother is a precious offering of sacred love to the soul. That love can lift you beyond what you have known, beyond self-imposed limits. Oh, hold on. I forgot to turn on the candle. Well, there's two, but you know. That love can lift you beyond what you have known, beyond self-imposed limits, by the uplifting fragrance of grace. You will begin to think thoughts you have never dared think before. You will feel moved by life, by its sacredness, in a way hitherto elusive to you. You will feel ecstasy without apparent cause, and you will feel as though every breath is a seductive caress of the heavenly lover. You will be open and surrendered in a way you have longed to be, but in a way you've never known quite how to go about. This spiritual gift signifies the ending of a period of suffering and the opening up to a time of new opportunity, a flourishing and thriving release of your unique soul fragrance into the world. It is a gift worth having. So then, the sticking point is not the value of the gift. The sticking point, the place where one can stumble and place hands to the ground to break a fall rather than open them to receive, is in the thorn. The thorn is the point of pain. It is what tears at you, but is essential for you to receive the rose. Your thorn may be the love you need to let go of now, so you are open to your present rather than your haunted past. Your thorn may be the fear that if you grow too vibrant and embrace the magnificence of your being, others will shun you out of jealousy or fear and leave you alone. Your thorn may be a constant need to bargain with life that you shall take one step provided certain unwanted events don't take place, rather than just accepting it and living it as presented to you. Your thorn may be looking deep within the heart and removing a crown of thorns, representative of your suffering over a long, long time, letting it go, allowing the heart to heal. This with a sense of virginal purity to emanate from the heart, realizing that even great suffering has not tarnished its radiance, but only allowed it to grow strong. Your ready for love heart can now be free from expectation and instead be open to life with curiosity and reverence. Oh, those thorns, they have served their purpose, not in and of themselves, but rather that they have proven you worthy of the rose and ready now to receive its beauty, healing, and grace. Whatever your thorns are or have been, be willing to deal with them, to face them, and most importantly, to release them, without any shred of doubt, shame, guilt, or recrimination, beloved. They have served, and now their purpose has been completed. The celestial rose of Ma promises a gift worth so much more than any pain you're holding on to. So release to receive now. Can you sense the dew-soft petals and luscious fragrance opening to you now? Well, this is very indicative of a beautiful gift coming your way. And the thorns means that whoever's receiving this gift, they've already paid their dues, basically. They have maintained some sort of steadiness that now shows that they deserve this gift. And let's read 37, Sacred Soul Sister. Okay. So this one says, there's a valid point of view that we travel this path of our life journey alone. Our deepest descents into the psyche happen alone. We meet death alone and come into the world alone. And yet there is a vaster perspective that we are never alone, that it would be impossible to really be alone. We are connected to all of life, and there is no such thing as being alone in reality, only in limited and temporary perception. As if such community were not enough, there is a partner, an ally who journeys with you from birth to death and beyond, again and again. You have a sacred sister, a sister of your soul. She weaves the stories of truth through dreams and insights that come upon you as if from nowhere. Perhaps they drop into your mind or seem to erupt from within you, but that is her talking to you, demanding or reassuring, depending on what the occasion best calls for at that moment. Her truths may seem overly dramatic, so you may discount them as workings of an overactive imagination. Or perhaps her truth tales are so subtle you dismiss them as meaningless, fleeting fancy. The wise ones know, however, that the truths of the Sacred Soul Sister are powerful, relevant, and worthy of time and attention. They know her oftentimes strange and startling offerings hold the keys to unlock entire worlds, to open up new realities, and to transform the nature of our existence, from the deepest and most esoteric spiritual levels to the most palpable, practical, daily realities of our living bodies in the physical world. Your Sacred Soul Sister is your partner in consciousness. Make no mistake, she is you. She is just the part of you so great you cannot always see her from your conscious mind. It's sort of like the eye of the dog trying to see its whole self, which is a bit tricky, for as it moves to see its rear, so the rear is moved along too. So rather than through direct perception, the Sacred Soul Sister is met through reflection. She can be received in those moments of rest where great ideas are born. She is a genius, you see, vastly creative and inspired. Her worlds are those we access in sleep and meditation. Or absorbing engagement and activity where the mind can relax and drop into realities far more vast than those of daily life and to be replenished. To tap into her wisdom, to distill a teaching from the fragmented memory of a dream, or a subtle feeling experienced in meditation, requires that you walk with her gait, and not the fast-paced, forward-moving canter of your conscious and intellectual mind. Her gait is meandering and apparently unstudied. Yet she is deep in concentration to feel for truth of movement, to allow for what is emerging to express itself through her. Okay, I'm just going to skip because all of it is just kind of, it's very poetic, but... She has come to you through this oracle to remind you that everything is all right, that she has your back. No matter what appearances may seem to be to your more limited dog's eye consciousness in the light of day. She is guiding you with her wider knowledge through circumstances and situations that are ultimately going to free you into a greater love than you have ever known, no matter... Sorry. Sorry. No matter. She is guiding you with her wider knowledge through circumstances and situations that are ultimately going to free you into a greater love than you have ever known. No matter whether you feel like a rat in a maze or a bewildered drunk stumbling through labyrinth back alleyways, trying to find your way home again. This oracle comes with particular guidance also. You know something deep in your bones without knowing how or why, or without particular reason, you just know. It doesn't make sense, but you know it. It may be joy that you know. It may be that you know how to avoid a certain situation. It may be that something is going to work out beautifully despite appearances to the contrary at a particular moment. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. This oracle comes as confirmation that your knowing, mysterious as it is your sacred soul sister talking through you. Trust it and act it or not, accordingly. Okay, well, that was a lot. We're 16 minutes in just reading oracle cards. So I was drawn to the Angel Tarot and the Occult Tarot. So let's pull. Let's see what they have to add to this. We've got Judgment, distributes promotion in high offices, causes one to be liked. We've got Knight of Wands, teaches the value of herbs and stones, transports anyone suddenly from one place to another. And one more for this side. I also was instructed to not get clarifiers, so you're not going to see those. Three of Swords, steals treasure from kings, destroys cities and the dignities of men, tells of things past, present, and future, causes love between friends and foes. Overall energy, Page of Wands, gives answers concerning past, present, and future, can make one invisible. You know, I don't think I've ever seen these cards this way. Hold on, let's pull on this side before I talk out of my ass. Give me, okay, let's see. We start with the Nine of Wands, universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. And then we've got Page of Swords, refuge, governs dreams, and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. One more. The Emperor. The Emperor, political authority, gives safe travel and protects against conspiracies. Eight of Pentacles, intellectual talent, provides knowledge. Okay. So I'm not talking out of my ass. I'm going to tell you what I see. There's some masculine that's going to show up. I mean, clearly for me, but also for whoever is on my frequency. This masculine is definitely an emperor. With the Page of Wands, that one says can make one invisible, which means that I and you guys, the feminine, cannot see this masculine yet. Whether because they're not in our vicinity yet, or because they're choosing to hide themselves. Because they are watching. Page of Swords, they're watching. But Page of Swords means that just because they're watching doesn't mean that our sacred soul sister, which is our higher self, isn't alerting us that they're watching. So the dream was an alert that there's handsome choices coming my way. And this person shows up wanting to give refuge. But not only that, so the Emperor talks about political authority, right? The Judgment card distributes promotion in high offices, causes one to be liked. This is somebody who has some sort of political authority. So it could be as small as they are a mayor of a town, of a city, or as big as, I've never thought of this, but I'm just going to say what I'm getting. As big as this could be a senator or a congressman of some sort. And the Knight of Wands transports anyone suddenly from one place to another. What I got with that is that this person is not close physically, but they can be really quickly. So they might take a flight. For some, the first thing that came to mind, I know this is wild. This is why I think that this is why these Oracle cards came out, because there's a piece of me, it's like, is that my overactive imagination? And the cards are like, no, it's not. Okay. So for some, they could take a flight, and for others, they own a plane. They own like a private plane. And there's levels to that, right? Could be a little two-seater and could be a private jet. It depends on who you in particular dealing with. Three of Swords. So I believe this person, just like almost every human being on earth, has been hurt before. But steals treasures from kings, and then it says causes love between friends and foes. This may be somebody who initially did not like you. In fact, they might have initially called some sort of judgment on you politically. Like they might have said, this person's going to be a troublemaker. This person's going to be a headache later on. But it's shifted. Eight of Pentacles. Intellectual talent provides knowledge. They're acknowledging that the feminine is giving them some sort of knowledge and point of view that they didn't have before. Oh, and steals treasure from kings. So we've had several collectives come up recently where the masculine is not making a move and the feminine is just kind of like, I'm going to move on. This is the person that's going to come in and, because look at the image even, right? It's like a clearing. I mean, I know it's basically a vulture, but vultures clear away what is not wanted by others, right? So although the picture is not the most flattering, that's the energy I got with it. Nine of Wands, universal medicine, elevation of the soul, the revelation of mysteries. That is what the feminine is providing. When I said they're providing knowledge, intellectual talent, they're somehow opening this person to a much broader perspective of the world. They're helping them level up. Again, they're revealing things that this person had never thought of. So now this Emperor is not an enemy. I mean, I don't think they ever were like a direct enemy. Like it's not like they went to harm this person, but they weren't their friend. And they most likely didn't have the best perspective of this feminine. Let's put it that way. Also, we have 2 wands here and then 10 wands. So, and then 4 swords. So the feminine is not only providing healing, it's like the feminine is allowing this person to fully step into their masculine. They're turning into an emperor because of her influence. It's making them more assertive. It's making them more sure of their path, more sure of their own purpose. And with the Ten of Wands, it's making them be very like maybe before they got into the position they're at, regardless of whether it's mayor of a town or senator, congressman, whatever, it's a wide range in between, right? They got to the position where they're at because, you know, they wanted power, they wanted influence, just like everybody else. But now, for the first time ever, the full responsibility of their position is very clear to them. She's inspiring them to want to make more of an impact. Let's see. Two of Wands again. And this is tells of the past and the future can make one intelligent and bold. And somebody in the comments, I think it was Miss Amy Smith, was wondering if I still line up my cards. Yes, I look. There's a spider next to my desk. That card is now hers, okay? And it's the Empress. Never mind, I lied. I'm gonna get it. Just pray for me, okay? I'm gonna get some tweezers or something. Oh no. I don't wanna get it. Didn't disturb the critter. Okay. The Empress procures the love of a woman of any age, tells where treasures are hidden, tells of the past, present, and future. One more. The Tower. Promoter of discord, war, arguments, and falsehood. Gives generous responses. Overall energy, 10 of Pentacles. Understands the tongues of animals. Uncovers treasures hidden by magicians. Reconciles friends and enemies. Again, reconciles friends and enemies. Interesting. Let's see. We've got the Ace of Wands, fertility and multiplicity, protects against despair, helps one to be patient. Six of Swords, perception of unity, protects against accidents, heals the sick. Three of Wands, construction of the universe, helps with great work, protections from adversaries. And Death, endings and rebirth, influences health and longevity. So, it's kind of given us an overview of when they first met this Empress. I think that the Tower was like, oh, this person, that was the whole, this person's going to be a problem. They're going to be a trouble. They're going to start trouble. They're going to promote trouble. They're creating fights and discord. So they saw this Empress as somebody who was creating chaos and havoc. However, with the Death card, that changed. That transformed with time. It changed them to where they realized it's not falsehood. What this person is saying is not a lie. This person's actually being generous with how they're saying it. And then Ace of Wands, inspiration struck. Fertility. It gave them ideas. It gave them a sense of direction, because the Two of Wands is past and future. they know where they want to go. It's making them bold. And with the Six of Swords, again, I saw that in the previous row with the Four of Swords. Now we have the Six, heals the sick. Whatever this Empress is doing is helping this person heal. It's helping them grow. It's giving them, I think that this person was maybe very patriotic. And the thing about that is, we can be patriotic with some things, right? Like we can say, oh yeah, we're so proud of America for, which we know this isn't always true, but for being the country based off of, you know, allowing other people to come in and make it their home. But I think this person used to be very defensive about anybody saying anything about their great country. And now they're realizing, okay, so I need to stop just thinking about my country, and I need to think about what our country is doing to impact other countries. And now it clicked. Because now with the Three of Wands, it says help with great works and protection from adversaries. So this person wants to help. This person wants to make an impact. They feel a sense of, this is my purpose. This is why I was here. I was meant to be here. I was meant to listen to this. I was meant to transform. And now I know where I want this to go. But Emperor and Empress, they want this Empress by their side as they do it. Interesting. I'm going to stop this one here just so the upload doesn't take forever, because it still takes about an hour or longer. And we will see you guys on part 2. Okay, bye-bye.